Welcome to the new YouTube channel. If you haven't already done it, hit the subscribe button to follow us all season long for updates and content. So happy that you're here. It's going to be a great year. You got to feel good. Kyle looks like he's feeling good. I saw him when we had you guys Thursday night against the Giants. I told him he didn't look as stressed. He didn't have those big bags under his eyes and look like he hasn't slept in weeks. Then he got that extension. Tell me about how he has been this year as compared to years in the past. I mean, obviously you guys have had a ton of success, but he just looks like he's in a much happier, healthier place.
Yeah, definitely. And that, that's not to say that, everything's been easy and that he's not worried. Kyle's Kyle, and he's always going to be hard on us, and he expects a lot from us for sure. But he's even said that, with the team that we have and the culture we've built, the leadership and the amount of experience that we have, like there's just some like little things that like you don't have to worry about as much. Like, when a team starts talking about playoffs and seeding and that kind of stuff, and it's this early in the year, like sometimes you can get a little worried, like, okay, like do these guys understand what it takes to get through an entire NFL season? Like but with this team, like we've all been through it, we all understand. Like I don't feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves too much. We definitely are like locked into what's happening right now, but we're also aware that what happens now really does affect us down the line when it comes to seeding, and seeding is huge when it comes to trying to get in that dance, man. That first round bye is no joke. It's a serious advantage, and that's something we're trying to get.
Yeah, you're trying to get it, and you guys are doing everything you can, and it's starting at the quarterback position. Talk about Brock Purdy and how cool it's been to see his growth, and when did you know he was a guy?
Man, Brock Purdy is just he's been incredible, and what hasn't been said at this point. This guy is just so consistent, such a competitor, just truly just a dog out there, man. Like he's just a gamer. He knows what it takes to win football games. He just knows how to play the position. And I think that's something that's so underrated. As a guy that, is truly, like I always say, the biggest compliment you could ever give me is to say that like I'm a football player. Right. And like Brock Purdy is a football player. He just has a knack out there, and he's just done such a good job of leading this offense. He always steps in there with so much confidence. And it doesn't really seem to matter what's being said around him. He just goes out there, proves people wrong each week. But I don't even think that's not his goal. Like he's not going out there like, man, I'm going to show out so I can shut up all these people who say, I'm not it. Like he just wants to win, and he just wants to, prove it to his teammates that he's our guy, and that he can be counted on.
And throwing touchdowns to Juice doesn't hurt anybody.
It never hurts, man. Never. Hey,
best
first NFL touchdown was to your boy, Come
on now. He knows where his bread is buttered.
He knows.
Oh man, that was great to see. He performs well on prime time, anytime. Kittle has had the most touchdowns of his career with this kid throwing the football. How is his like huddle presence?
Oh, it's incredible, man. And it was so cool even last year, to step in as a rookie, filling in for two guys, the two starters that had gone down, and just to step in with such confidence and the ability just to command the huddle. Last year, I told this story about he literally came in and told us, "Hey, shut up," and then I was like, "Oh, all right, Brock." And he's still to this day, like he just knows how to command the huddle, and when he's talking, and he's going to lead that ship.
Has there ever been a time you've been injured in an accident, and not only were you in physical pain, but there were stress, headaches, and problems that followed? Do you wish you had hired an attorney? If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Playing corner in the NFL is hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. With over $15 billion recovered for over 300,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people for over 35 years. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is so easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Sherman or dial pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Sherman or pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. This is a paid advertising. You guys have leaders all over the place. You guys had a ton of success. I was there for a little while with you guys, but when you first came in and, guys were 6-10 and Jimmy started the last few games of the year, how has the culture, because you've literally been there the entire time. Talk about how the culture has changed, how Kyle's evolved, how the team has evolved, because right now you guys are perennial. No matter what the record is in the regular season, what happens in the regular season, if y'all get in the tournament, y'all are likely gonna make some noise. Talk about how that culture developed.
Yeah, hey, I've been here since square one, Sherm, man. It's year 11. I've been here for 7 years, man, which is truly crazy to think about. The fact that I went through we lost our first 9 games here. We were 0-9, man, but finished 6-10 as soon as Jimmy got here, and that's when things really started to turn around. But I felt like Kyle and John, when they brought me in here, like they truly had a vision of what this thing was going to look like and what this locker room was going to be like, what the culture was going to be like. And that doesn't just happen overnight. Like it takes a few years to really establish that, to get the right guys in here, to figure out, even when you have that vision, you got to go through things and see it to really, be like, all right, this is what we're looking for. These are the guys that I want leading our team. And it's been so cool to be a part of that and to see it grow each and every year. And now, like you said, like, it's expected at this point, like it truly is. It's something that when new guys come into the building, they can feel it even without saying it. Early on, you have to spell it out,
Right.
because if you don't know, you don't know. But at this point, like things don't even really have to be said because you can just witness it. You can see how, Fred Warner trains. You can see how Deebo Samuel's showing up in shape, ready to go. You see the way that Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey practice. Like you can't watch those guys practice and not come away so incredibly impressed because they've already had success. Like these guys don't have to prove anything. Like these are certified ballers in this league, and they're still busting their ass at practice, putting everything into it. So when you're a young guy or a new guy and you see that, you're like, oh, okay, that's how they work in San Francisco.